Starting in your seat, whether that's in a chair or on the earth. Simply beginning with shifting into aware, conscious breathing. This is the breathing that you shift into when you observe that you're breathing, you notice you're breathing, and you expand more than you normally would if you were on autopilot. Right, so you feel the lungs expand in all directions, maybe the belly even expands a little bit. And that conscious, aware exhale. If you exhale for longer than you normally would if you were on autopilot breathing. So the exhale really amazes me. It's amazing how much more breath there is to let go. We're not aware of that. The exhales tend to be really short. And the exhales are really important for clearing your mind, for detoxing the body on every level, whether it's physical, emotional, spiritually, whatever level that is. That nice long exhale helps to clear and detox and release. So this was all you had time for. You had a minute and a half, 2 minutes, maybe even just 30 seconds. You could just close your eyes and feel a few conscious breaths. That right there would be day altering. That would be life altering. That would help bring you back into some balance and clarity. Even rejuvenate you and bring you some more energy. Just 30 seconds of conscious breathing. Isn't that amazing? And also, conscious breath shifts us back into our hearts. So it's really wonderful to have a few conscious breaths before speaking, especially if you're angry. Bring you back into your heart. One more breath here. Inhale, reach fingertips to the stars, the sun, the moon. Bend into right elbow, reach the left arm up a little bit more. Go ahead, switch sides. Go side to side like this. Belly button pulling in and up, pelvic floor pulling up. So imagine it's your abdominals that's moving your arms. Just imagine that we're happening. Great. 2. And 1. Again, reach fingertips to stars. And exhale, bend into elbows. Little pulses here. Root sits bones into the light of the earth. Draw pelvic floor up towards the belly button towards the back of the spine. See if you can create your own resistance here. So if your arms are like kind of flowing around, that's okay. But maybe play around with like you're pushing air and you can affect the wind across the planet. For 3, 2, 1. Let your arms extend down by your sides. If you're in your chair, reach fingertips down towards the earth. If you are seated on the earth, let your fingertips plug right into the earth. Gaya Mudra. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Bring knees to chest if you're on the earth. Extend the right heel forward. Let the sole of the left foot come into the right thigh. If you are seated on your chair, just gently extend the right heel forward. So you lengthen that leg, but keep the back of the knee soft. That goes for everyone, back of the knee soft. Inhale, reach fingertips up towards the sky. Exhale, surrender. Easy, easy, easy. So we're not going beyond the edge of the stretch. As soon as you feel the stretch start to happen, even like pull back for just a beat, and then dive in. Maybe flowing with the breath. So as you inhale and exhale, you might lift up out and then fold back in. Come to some energetic stillness. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, lift shoulders back up above the hips. Exhale to pause. Inhale, reach fingertips towards the stars. Exhale to spiral to your left. So if you're in your chair, you might pull this right leg back in. Like let that right foot go back to the earth. If it feels like it's a lot to have that leg extended. You're seated on the earth, right hand, left knee, left fingertips back behind. And breathe. Conscious breath, aware breath. Those inhales, those inhales are really expansive, and the exhales are really long. And it feels good to let your chin to drop down towards your chest. And inhale, bring it down to center, thumbs to heart. Let's switch this up. So now take hold of the back of the right knee. Switch sides. Left heel extends forward. Sole of the right foot into left thigh. Setting that up. If you're in the chair, just that left leg extending forward, softening the back of the knee. That goes for everyone. Breathe in. And breathe out. Surrender. And again, you might move. Element of water, element of soft wind. Ebbing and flowing with the stretch. And coming some stillness, find somewhere to pause that you feel the stretch happening, but you're not ripping or tearing or forcing or anything like that. Breathe in. Breathe out. Walk hands back in towards the body. Inhale, reach fingertips towards the stars. And exhale to spiral to your left. So left hand, right knee. Right fingertips back behind. You're in your chair, make that work. So you might bend the left knee, place the left foot on the earth before twisting. Keeping the spine ascending to the side, maybe allow the chin to bow down towards the heart. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale and wind back to center. Exhale to feel like a sigh in your entire body. Make your way into your bear. If you're on the earth, if you're on your chair, stay right in your seat. We're gonna roll through a cat-cow flow, so you can do this seated. Hands should just come to knees, right? You're just moving like so. If you're on the earth, hands to earth, hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, moving with the breath. Full breath in, neutral spine. Then exhale, chin to heart, arcing the spine up towards the sky. And exhale, belly drops down towards the earth. Heart joins forward. Move through like this. Cat-cow flow. And if you are on the earth, go ahead and add any other movements. Actually, if you're seated, you can do this too. So you might just roll through the shoulders like this. If you're on the earth, make S curves, make C curves. Let your hips flow back towards your heels. Moving your body in ways that you don't normally throughout your day. Coming back to neutral spine. If you are seated, go ahead, come to the back of your chair. We're coming into our downward facing dog. So hips go back and high. If you're seated, come to the back of your chair, let your hands come to the back of your chair, and then walk your feet back. So you feet something like so. Hands out in front and hanging heavy. If you're on the earth, alternate with heels coming down towards the earth. And actually, in your chair, that would feel really good too. And come to a little bit of stillness. Breathe in. Breathe out. And bend into knees. Gaze between the hands. Bring your feet up to meet them. Or walk your feet towards the back of the chair. And go all the way up to stand. One vertebra at a time. And you'll reach fingertips to stars. Let right hand catch left wrist. Lean out over to the right. Maybe even lift your toes here. Then you'll come back to center, switch your grip. Now left hand next to the right wrist. Lean out over to the left. Breathe in, come back to center. Reach fingertips towards the sun. Maybe even lean back a little tiny bit at the top. If you want to try this from your chair, you can have your hand on the back of your chair, one of them. Then breathe out, come to lightning bolt. So some thumbs can be in heart, arms can be up by your ears, hands can be to the back of the chair. So your feet, take a look down at your feet. We want them shining forward. So notice if your toes are coming out to the sides or if they're coming towards the midline. See how that's making my knees go in? So toes, boom, shining forward. So your knees are over the toes. Belly button pulling in and up. If you can lift your kneecaps right up off your knees with your quads. Okay, breathe in. We're lifting, you take it even further, lifting your quads up off your kneecaps with your abs. Try that. Breathe out. And root into heels, lift to rise all the way up, lengthen the legs. Reach fingertips towards the sun. And shine palms out in front of you. Maybe your left hand comes to your chair as your right elbow goes back. And then go ahead, switch sides. Side to side here. Two. And one. Root into heels, lift to rise all the way up. Reach fingertips towards the stars. And exhale, thumbs to heart center. Shifting your center of gravity over your right leg. Right, so shift it right over. Let's come in a tree. Okay. So again, hands can be on the back of the chair, or if you have a wall nearby, that's nice. So your tree could be here, your left toes just kind of tapping up and down, or your left foot can come to your left, the inside of your right calf. Maybe this left foot lifts right up over that right knee. Now you've got the chair, right? That's nice. Okay, root down, feel the spiral rise up. And that's happening throughout your entire body. There's this rooting down into the light of the earth and this spiraling rising up. So feel the spaces between your joints as you root down through that right foot. Inhale. Exhale. Okay. Left foot comes down to meet the right. Little bend into the knees. Okay, options here. Either take hold of the back of the chair, or go ahead, bend into your knees so much your hand can come down to the earth. We're going to keep the right foot right where it is and extend the left foot back. Varying degrees of how far back that left foot goes. Just make sure if you're on the earth, your right knee is above the right ankle. And actually, that's true for the chair too. Right knee above the right ankle, rather than this. That's a lot of pressure on the knee and the ankle, actually. Okay. All right, so here we go. Maybe shift forward and back a little bit, get a nice stretch in that left calf. And breathe out. Okay. Now, if you're on the earth, that left knee can come down. We're reaching arms up overhead. If you have your chair, one hand can stay to the back of the chair. Okay, I'm going to lift that back knee. Why not? I'm feeling wild today. Breathe in. Breathe out. 3 more cycles of breath here. Belly button pulling in and up. If you feel any pinching happening in the lower back, try bending into that back knee. See what happens. You'll create a little more space. Right. Inhale. And exhale. Hands either come to the back of the chair or to the earth. Make your way back to your downward facing dog. Whatever variation makes sense for you. Some of us might sneak a little vinyasa in there. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, don't even worry about it. Come back to your downward facing dog. In. Breathe out. Okay, once again, walk to the top of your mat. Root down, unroll all the way up to stand, one vertebra at a time. All right, coming back to our lightning bolt. Oh, this time we'll find a twist. Okay, so thumbs to heart, or let me see. Well, thumbs to heart, we'll start here. Left elbow outside of right knee. Right? Knees don't go past the toes. Toes are shining towards the front of your mat. If you are in your chair, you could do something like this. Hand to chair, send this right elbow back. We've got a little twist happening there. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, root into heels. Lift your eyes all the way up. You can lean back a little bit at the top. Let's go right to the other side. Thumbs to heart center. Right elbow outside of left knee. Knees don't go past the toes. Then breathe out. Root into heels. Lift your eyes all the way up. Reach fingertips towards the stars. And exhale, thumbs to heart center. Let's come into our tree on the other side. So now shift your center of gravity over your left leg. Right foot can just tap up and down. This is a nice option. Right foot can come to your left calf. Right foot can come up above that left knee. Okay, now remember, root down, feel the spirals up. Root down, feel the spirals up. Maybe grow your branches. Inhale. Exhale. Effortless. Okay, thumbs to heart center. Left foot comes down to meet the right. Let's shake it out a little bit. Get that synovial fluid flowing through. Activate the lymphatic system. This is good stuff right here. Okay, all right. Inhale, reach fingertips towards the stars. Exhale, bring it down. Hands to the back of the chair or bend knees so much, hands connected to the earth. Now left foot stays right where it is. Right foot extends back. Left knee right above the left ankle. Maybe shifting forward and back, whether you're with your chair or you're on the earth. Okay. Now we're reaching our arms up with one hand up towards the sky. You've got the back of your chair. So right knee can tap down, reach to the earth, reach it up. Maybe lift that back knee. You've got 3 cycles of breath. Wow. See, I'm playing around with bending and lengthening this back leg. See how it feels and affects the lower back. Any movement in your body affects the entire body. Inhale. Exhale. Expand. Surrender. And bring it down. Hands frame the front foot. Turning back to your downward facing dog. Breathe like to get there. Make your way back to your seat. Okay. You are on the earth. Go ahead and come onto your back body. So go right down, hug the chest, make little circles on your lower back. You are seated. You can go ahead and keep your feet right to the earth. Just a simple spinal twist. If you are lying back, let your arms come out like a T and your knees fall out over to the right. And you might turn your gaze over your left shoulder. If you're seated, go ahead and find a twist here. Right? Hand can come to the outside of the opposite leg. Maybe that back arm is on the back of the chair. If you are lying back, arms out like a T. Out. Inhale, let your knees come back to center. And exhale, let them fall out over to the other side. Turning your gaze over the opposite shoulder. Feel the spiraling energy. Flow through your spinal column. Flow through your mind, clearing out your mind. And bring knees back to center. more little stretch here, if it makes sense. This is just if you're lying back. You can hug your knees back towards your chest and take hold of either the backs of your knees or the insides or outsides of your feet for happy baby. Make a smart choice for your body. So back to the knees is pretty nice. And you're drawing your knees towards your armpits. Or yeah, put your feet like a baby that's found their feet for the first time. And if you're seated in your chair, you might take your feet a little bit further apart and just lean forward, letting your elbows and your hands come to your thighs or your knees. 3 cycles of breath here. If you're on the earth, you could sway from side to side when you're happy. Coming into your final meditation, your final resting posture. So if you're lying back, you could come into a more traditional Shavasana and extend your heels forward, right? Lengthen your legs, let your feet come out towards the edges of your mat, so you've got your feet out a little bit wide, right? Toes fall out, arms by your sides, or maybe one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Feeling supported by the light of the earth. If you're in your seat, just find a comfortable meditative seat. And we'll just a brief meditation here. Connect with the pulse, the rhythm, the flow. Remember that you are nature. True nature is divine light, unconditional love, and peace beyond understanding. That's always there, like the sun on a rainy day, right? We think the sun's gone, but it's not. It's just above the clouds. You can imagine your inner light, that peace beyond understanding and unconditional love that is you. Sometimes we forget that it's there. It's clouded by emotions or looping patterns or the thinking mind, something like this, or external circumstances. We just forget. Breathe in light, breathe in space. Exhale, let it feel like a sigh in your entire body. If you're lying back, with rhythm, with flow, make your way up to your seats. Take your time. Gently close your eyes when you get to your comfortable seat. Just pause here for 5 seconds. Let's just seal it in. Bring thumbs to heart center. May all beings be happy and free. Namaste.